you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, I am going to share some manifesting success stories. One is about somebody's physical health. The second one is about somebody receiving $10,000, and the third one is another health issue. So because there's so much going on now with our bodies and with everything that's happened in the last few years with the shutdown, and there's just so much that we are looking to do to keep ourselves healthy. And I think a lot of people don't relate manifesting to manifesting good health. But your mind is everything. Your mind is telling your cells what to do. So when somebody makes an intentional act to tell their body to heal, your body actually listens. I don't know if any of you guys are aware of Joe Dispenza. He's amazing, super out there, famous, if you will. He was in a cycling accident and he basically broke his back, did something to his spine, told he was never going to walk again. And he made an effort to sit in meditation every single day for weeks. I think it was even months. And he imagined every piece of his body, every piece of his spine clicking into place in perfect harmony to allow his body to heal, to walk again. And as soon as his mind would go elsewhere and get distracted, he'd start all over again. So he might have been 20 minutes into a meditation and his mind would distract and go somewhere else and he would start again. So he did this for weeks or months, and one day it all clicked. And he was literally on a bike again, only a few short months after that. So it is crazy cool what the mind can do. So if you have an ailment and if you're feeding into it, and you're allowing it to control you and you're allowing it to take over you, pause and start to become mindful of your thoughts. Okay, so here's the first success story. It's one of my clients, and unfortunately his dad was diagnosed with throat cancer back a couple months ago. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is not good. I know two people who were diagnosed with throat cancer and their lifespan was cut really, really short, only like months to live. I actually just went to a funeral for one of my graduates who his dad was only 40. He was my age and he died from throat cancer. So my first thought getting this message was, oh no, I'm going to have to be there for my client because it's just not going to go well. And I didn't want to manifest that. But he knew better. He knew that he could manifest good health for his father. And guess what he did? So this is what he wrote. He said, so my dad was diagnosed in December with stage 4 throat cancer and is going back to work tomorrow. So he just sent this to me the other day. So he was diagnosed in December and right now he's going back to work. While he was given a good prognosis, he wasn't expected to be back to work in a year. So instead, he missed only 3 months of work and is doing better than he ever has. When he was really sick, I imagined him while going to bed being completely healed and being told he doesn't have cancer anymore. 1 week later, the doctor was shocked to see that he didn't have any cancer in his throat. How does somebody go from having stage 4 throat cancer to just a few short months later and a week later after his son was putting this intention on healing his dad, for the doctor to say, this is strange, but the cancer's gone? How wild is that? So we can also manifest good health for our family members too. Funny that my throat chakra is going a little crazy when we're thinking about throat cancer. Okay, my second success story about health is one of my wonderful friends, and she's probably in her 60s. And we became friends because I still take walks at this certain park. And I would always see her and her cute little white dog, and he's so cute. And, when I'm walking, I kind of like want to be by myself. I'm listening to whatever I'm listening to, and I say hi to everybody. I'm super friendly. But one day, after seeing her over and over and over again for like 2 or 3 years, I finally stopped and introduced myself. Something came over me that day, and now it's been like 2 years now that we have a friendship, and the universe always makes us show up at the park at the same time, and I don't go to the park at the same time every day, so it's very divine when we connect. And I introduced myself, and she immediately starts talking about Abraham Hicks, and she starts talking about how we don't accept our reality if it's negative. We're like saying, no, we're going to think differently about this. And probably maybe on our 4th or 5th time connecting, she told me a story about how she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she would go to bed every night imagining anything that was in her breast, she would put this white light over her chest and she would imagine everything just shrinking, everything just getting smaller. And she did this over and over again for a couple weeks. Well, she went back to get checked again before they were going to sign up for surgery, and it was gone. And she knew that she was put in that situation to practice the art of her magic. And she says that she's like, Michelle, don't ever accept a reality that is not desirable. She's like, if you get a diagnosis, if you have something going on with you, don't accept it. You can heal yourself. It's an opportunity to practice. The universe is going to bring you these opportunities. And sure enough, just this past winter, I was dealing with my mom's diagnosis with breast cancer, and she's doing well now. Then I found some lumps, and it was a really like scary time. I'm like, wait, why is this happening to me when it's happening to my mom? Is this like an energy exchange? I didn't know what was going on. And I had just had a thermogram. Just from my perspective, I don't believe in mammograms. I believe squishing the tissue can't be healthy for us. So I went the holistic route and I got a thermogram, which is taking photos of your chest, and it uses the temperature on the screen to see if there's any abnormalities. So I had just gotten one in August because I just turned 40. I'm like, I should get my breast checked. And it's weird. A couple weeks before I did that, I just felt like I was going to get breast cancer. It was just a thought. And I was like, oh, Michelle, it's just a crazy thought, whatever. And then my mom gets diagnosed. So I'm like, oh, maybe I was sensing that it was coming from my mom because I got the thermogram because I was having the thoughts. And then my mom gets diagnosed. She has surgery. She's doing well. No chemo, no radiation. All's good. And then I find some lumps. So then I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to practice. So I had to go back to that same doctor, get another thermogram. I would lay in bed at night and I would always have my hands here and I would just imagine it shrinking, imagine it shrinking. And literally, it's gone. They came back with my results and they're like, and she felt the lump when I was getting the thermogram. And she was like, okay, she's like, you might want to go get an ultrasound. I was freaking out because I've been so healthy my whole life. I haven't had too many experiences practicing this. And I didn't tell many people about it because I was going through a lot. I actually was in the middle of taking a fear course, trying to get my fear certification to become a fear coach. And I pulled out of the course because it was so much all at once. Like I couldn't sit on these Zooms and focus when I knew my mom was going through her thing. I was now going through something. And I just was so, my body was telling me it was too much. So I stopped everything, stopped all work, just rested. And of course, the universe took care of me and it brought me $25,000 the month before it all happened. So I was good with money. But I practiced that art of what my friend at the park, what she taught me. She taught me to not accept a reality that's not desirable. And I was like, I am not going to accept that I have anything that's in my body that is not good. And I went to bed every night, put my hands over it. I did Reiki on it. And then I got the second thermogram and she was like, you're fine, babe. She's like, there is nothing there to go explore more with. She's like, I don't know what you did, but it's magic. So I guess this is a third success story regarding health. But with my client, with his success story, with his dad, with my friend at the park, with her having the same thing happen, we have like, we're not these special cases. More and more people are learning that whatever you focus on grows. So if you focus on being sick, you're going to continue to be sick. Okay. And sometimes these physical manifestations come up in our body to show us, like I did in that last video that I posted on YouTube. I read a page from a book called Heal Your Body. Every area of your body holds a certain meaning or an energy, like your shoulders and your back. It's like you're carrying so much weight from the world. Your knees and your ankles, it's like, are you being flexible? Are you able to stand on your own 2 feet? Are you able to provide for yourself? And you know that the universe is providing for you. It's your stability, it's your root chakra. Each part of the body holds a certain meaning. So we have the ability to manifest good health. We have the ability to heal our body. We just have to put the intention on it and take time to sit with our body and talk to it. Your cells are listening to you every minute of every day. Whatever words you're saying, whatever thoughts you're thinking, your body is feeling that energy and it's going to generate and manifest more of that energy. Okay. Another thing that I did that might help you out before I get to the $10,000 story was I did a law of assumption trick where I was like, remember when I thought I had cancer? How funny was that? Remember when? So you kind of put it in the past, like it never happened, or like it happened, but that you got your desired result. Or remember when I won the lottery? How cool was that? Remember how I got $10,000? So the law of assumption teaches you to use the remember when, and it puts you in the future as if you already have it, and it puts it in the past that you already got it, and then you're moving forward. Okay, for my final success story, this is kind of like I'm going to give you a lot of things that she did. I had posted about this on the community page, and I sent a screenshot of her message, an Instagram message to me, and underneath that message, I didn't show all of our texts. And she was telling me this as soon as somebody sends me, like, oh my gosh, Michelle, your manifestation tools worked. I immediately ask them, what did you do the week before? What did you do 2 weeks prior? And I want them to give me details of what they did. And she gave them to me. So here we go. My friend manifested $10,000. She was wanting to not work this summer. She's a teacher. She just wanted to relax. She has 2 kids. She has a husband. And she's like, you know what? I just want to relax. I don't want to work this summer. And she's also my client who manifested $100,000 back in the fall. So she is super magical, and she knows that there's no resistance. There's no, how is it going to come? When is it going to come? She is just always laughing, saying, money just falls out of the sky for me. I don't know why. And she's adopted that assumption for herself. So this is what she did before the $10,000 arrived. And the $10,000 was from her mom, who got an inheritance from another family member, and her mom just wanted to give her and her sister a gift. So pretty unique how the timing of it, right before summer, literally weeks before school's about to be done, she gets this check. Here's what she did. She would drive in her car and say, money just comes to me out of thin air. Like I said before, she's saying it to people. She's being the person that just gets money out of thin air, and she's laughing about it. Another thing that happened for her, spiders. She was seeing spiders like daddy long legs. She was seeing all these spiders, and she was like, what is going on? But she also knows that they're spirit animals and that they're sending a message. And I always tell people that spiders, they weave a web of abundance. So when you're seeing spiders, this is a good sign that money is coming your way. Ladybugs. She has 2 daughters, so she was out playing, and I think they saw a couple ladybugs, and they were counting the spots on the ladybug, which I heard that's how old they are, is how many dots they have. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Somebody confirm that for me. But the ladybug had 8 spots. And she knows that 888 is an angel number regarding abundance. She also, that was another thing she said. She goes, Michelle, I was seeing 888 everywhere. It was crazy. So she had spiders. She was using her assumption that money comes to her so easily out of thin air. It's laughable. The 888 ladybugs. Oh, she was carrying big bills of money in her wallet. She took smaller bills, maybe $20, and she was sticking that in her console. She was sticking it in drawers in her house. So every time she was opening something up, she was seeing money. So that was another huge thing that she added. She started to receive money. So remember I talked about in other videos, waves of abundance, like you start to get like a couple waves, you might find a penny on the ground, then all of a sudden you find $5 in your coat pocket, and you're like, oh my gosh, the universe is showing me that I'm abundant. It's bringing me more. So she started to get waves of abundance. She was first, I think she said, yeah, she was seeing dimes. She was seeing rainbows. Rainbows were also a big sign that like a cool manifestation is on the way. Also, she was doing lottery scratch offs, and she kept winning like $2 to $6. Not a ton, but small waves. And then she found $20 on the ground in the parking lot of her job. And she took that 20 and went and bought her students food with it for their study hall period that day. So now she's seeing waves of abundance come in. She's seeing spiders, the 888. She's saying her affirmations. Now she's finding money. The universe is literally saying, hey, you're in the flow because we're bringing you money. Stay there. More is coming. And she had no idea this $10,000 was coming. She just was having fun. She's like, this is so cool. Like, I'm finding 20s on the ground. Like, who does this? And she was so light about it. And then the final thing that she saw was cardinals. She saw a ton of cardinals. Even she even said, I'm going to have to find it real fast. She put finding dimes everywhere, found a $20 bill under my car, lots of rainbows, very subtle, abundant signs, kept winning lottery tickets the last 2 weeks, $2 to $6 every time, laughing my ass off. And then let me see the cardinals. Oh yeah, tons of cardinals, tons, like they were literally flying into my car. So all of these signs were telling her, hey, more is coming. Hold the line. You're good. Just be patient. And a lot of people who I coach and work with and I help them overcome this belief system is they see all this and then they get discouraged because it's not coming fast enough. Or they find the $20 bill and they're like, wait, I'm manifesting $15,000. This isn't $15,000. This is only $20, or this is just a dime. Like, are you serious? And they get mad at the universe. And I'm here to say, this is such a good test to say, are you still going to be grateful for the smaller amounts, or are you going to be greedy and not be happy with the small gifts in this world? So keep yourself in alignment. Focus on your thoughts, focus on your energy. If you want to manifest good health, you have the ability to do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Don't fall into the old story. All right, lovies, I hope you enjoyed these success stories. Don't forget, you are capable of creating a beautiful life for yourself, but the fun part is the journey. It is the opportunity to practice all of this. So if a situation is coming up and it is not your desired outcome, you get a tough diagnosis, somebody in your family gets a tough diagnosis, you have the ability to shift that outcome. Okay. Have faith. You have the ability to do that. I have faith in you. I have faith in myself. I did it to my own body. I have clients that are doing it to their family members' bodies, and we're co-creating money every single day. So that one client, she manifested $100,000 and now $10,000. So in her mind, in her life, and in all of your minds and all of your lives, it's all just waves. It's always coming. For the next 20 years, you're going to have more stories like this. It's not let's win the lottery and be done. It's let's have fun on this journey and see what the universe brings us and how much it brings us, and see the fluctuation and what can we do to call it in faster, to bring in more. So have faith. The universe adores you. It wants to bring you your desires, but we got to get you out of the ego that's telling you it's not going to come. I'm sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. And if you want to work with me, everything is in the description box below. All right, lovies, peace out.